Just before the end of his tenure here in Western Massachusetts, Archbishop Mitchell ROZANSKI signed a series of agreements that will lead to a new home for the Newman Catholic community on the campus of the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. The Newman Center has been a spiritual resource for the UMass community since 1963. The plans announced promise to ensure that legacy for years to come. Nick Morganelli paid a visit there and filed this report.
The Newman Catholic Center on the UMass campus is not just a building, but a ministry with a nearly 60-year history. Dr. and Mrs. Rouzier know this firsthand, and they are excited to learn that a new facility is in the planning.
Our kids had CCD in that room. We typically had breakfast with our families downstairs. The Newman Cafe has been a place where students come and either have meetings, have spiritual gatherings. It's just really a part of the campus community. We literally raised our two kids here.
Our oldest son went to the University of Massachusetts, and he, in fact, had his confirmation here. You know, this has been our home and their home, and we're very pleased that it's not leaving us, and we're just getting a new home to share.
We typically come to the 7 o'clock Mass. I think that the kids really like seeing permanent members of the community be here with them. They'll stop me sometimes after Mass and say, hey, do you remember me? You saw me because I hurt my knee, or you saw me when I was sick. And we like being around the kids like that. We went on a trip to the Holy Land with some of the Newman kids, and they've really become part of our family.
During Archbishop ROZANSKI's 6-year episcopate to our diocese, there have been discussions for a new home for the Newman Center and the Catholic community it serves. UMass recently purchased the current facility and agreed to lease it to the diocese until a new Newman Center is built across the street at the southeast gateway to the campus. Archbishop expressed accolades on the culmination of the negotiations. I am most grateful to the countless diocesan and university officials, along with Father Gary Daly and his staff, who have all worked so diligently to bring this complex transaction to completion. I am especially grateful to Colebrook Realty for their efforts on behalf of the diocese, guiding and advising us throughout the years of negotiations. I am happy we were able to bring this exciting endeavor to fruition as one of my final official acts, one which will be a blessing to our diocesan church for generations to come. I will be praying through the intercession of St. John Henry Newman that what we have now embarked upon will be fully realized in the coming years.
I really am appreciative of everyone who has been involved, from our diocesan officials to Bishop ROZANSKI, who has been so pivotal in making all this happen, as well as the university officials. This building is really costing us a lot of money to run, and the maintenance of it is getting more difficult. And we're finding that we're spending more money on that than on student programs, and I don't think that that's really what we should be doing.
Well, if you look, you'll find some old technology in the current Newman Center. Some people have never seen a payphone booth. The new facility will have upgrades to take them into the future.
A new facility, a green facility as they call it today, that'll be more energy efficient and will be able to supply the needs of the students on this campus. For me, what's exciting is being able to design and to work at a new chapel, because I know how much that chapel means to our students. You see students walking in here throughout the day, lighting a candle, kneeling before our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, and just wanting to spend some time in there. When you walk in front, you would never think there was a chapel in this building. From the back you can see stained glass windows, but very difficult to see. But in the new building, you'll be able to clearly see that there's a chapel.
The chapel was just one key element Father Daly advocated for.
One was location, 2 was the size of the chapel, and 3 was the continual use of the center while construction was in play, because I didn't want to disperse the flock. Now we can get to the serious business of the architectural design and then going out for bids. And we're hoping that sooner than later the shovel will be in the ground so that we can get into this new building as soon as we possibly can.
Awaiting the groundbreaking on the campus of UMass, for Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
And officials hope to have a final design on the Newman Catholic Center ready in early 2021.